Oh, some dwarves died just a while ago. Alright, so welcome back. Today we're gonna be watching episode 2 of season 2 of The Rings of Power. Last time we caught up with Adar and Sauron and Galadriel and Elrond and Nori and the Stranger. So I watched that like a half an hour ago or so because I had to take a break. I can't just watch it straight through. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go straight into this. Just need to read the synopsis first, see what it's saying. Alright, so the episode 1 was titled Elven Kings Under the Sky. I didn't say the title, my bad. And this one is titled Where the Stars Are Strange. And it says darkness falls over Khazad-dûm. Sauron and Galadriel each seek new allies. The stranger and Harfoots encounter a growing threat. So we're gonna get Sauron and Galadriel again. Now we're going back to the dwarves, yay, and also we get more of the stranger and the Harfoots. Because we had Poppy join them. The stranger and Nori. And yeah, so let's see what this entails. Let's get into it. I like them showing us the whole setup they have to bring lights into this place. Outside of these lamps and stuff, yeah.
And I wouldn't trade his heart for a mine full of fire opals.
Be nice to have the opals though.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
I said brace yourselves!
Oh, some dwarves died just a while ago. Oh, damn. Alright, I forgot this is where intro. I did not understand. Oh right, it's supposed to be like some kind of music or something like that. Some kind of rhythm. I don't remember. I need to look it up again.
I've had an unexpected visitor.
He has returned already.
I think this is a dream. Girl, you are fading out. Pay attention.
Sauron is alone, without army or ally. Region is protected by 2 rivers with miles of curtain wall of dwarven stone 10 foot thick. Celebrimbor and the secrets of his craft are safe.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
You believe the rings have kindled your ability to see that which has not yet come to pass. To deceive not only their heart and mind, but their eyes and ears. To alter their very reality. You have already been affected once.
He knows my mind.
He also knows...
And I know his.
Yeah, he also knows...
Which is why I must face him.
He also knows...
Why I alone can slay.
Alright, girl, I'm trying to...
Once considered him a friend.
Halbrand was not.
Sauron. You cannot face him alone.
Supposing I was not alone.
Elrond. But also, Celebrimbor was also affected by him, I think. So, you know?
But he wishes you good fortune on your journey.
Are you asking me to leave?
Yes, I think so.
Get out of here, you nosy little pervert, or I'm gonna slap you silly!
He'll leave soon enough. Messengers from Lindon should arrive with news any day.
Is she gonna do something? Of course, I feel she's gonna do something. What the? Is that Elrond? No, I think that's a different. Okay, so the elf who with the message, he's done for. And that message, done. Kieran Hines. I knew he was in this, but I didn't remember what he was playing. In this season, I mean. Okay. Interesting. Oh! This person who got...
The blood I wasted to bring you before me should have been spent on more useful servants. What makes you think a mortal like yourself could defeat an East-Star when my most powerful acolytes could not?
The East-Star will surrender to me. Because if he doesn't, I will slaughter the halflings he calls friends.
You'll hear it one day. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I'm sure of it
We'll
too.
find out who you are.
Yeah, I know.
Preference would be to avoid the path in which we would run out of water the first day and die of heat the second. Perhaps that's just me.
No, it will be me too. It will be me too.
On the wind. Can you hear that?
Almost sounds like hooves.
Oh wow, they're quick. But it makes sense that they're quick, because you know they're small and everything, so they have to be very good at what they do to survive.
They're still close. Mount up!
They are watching our trail, meaning we'd be wise to find another.
We already have.
Out in the open, I don't think that's a good trail.
Obvious remedy is to set the dig teams to work repairing the shafts and sinking new ones. However,
Every stone singer you've brought here has failed to identify a safe path to dig.
I'm afraid that's true.
Oh, yikes.
And in all those years, not once have they ever ceased to provide for us.
But they have failed now.
It was he who caused offence. I tell you, he is
Stubborn as a root-bound parsnip.
what you call stubbornness. Some dwarves call strength.
Alright.
Oh, I imagine it does take strength to carry a grudge so heavy.
Even I've had them.
Oh, you have?
When I was 5.
Lay a finger on me again. I'll bite it off at the knuckle.
Oh, that was a transition. I missed that. Whoa.
Climb off your high peak and apologize.
You're giving me indigestion.
Good. Now listen to your guts.
I am! We're dwarves. We'll find a way. We always have.
Always will.
How?
That's a good question.
Our letters to Celebrimbor have all gone unanswered. I fear Sauron may be in Eregion. The High King has consented to send me and a small party there. I may be vulnerable to deception.
And why would he think that?
Stop it, Elrond.
You've defied the High King's orders before. Why not do so now?
Cause she believes it to be true.
Because he is right.
Yeah, true. I don't know what I said.
I cannot let him in again. I cannot.
You have all chosen to become his collaborators. I will have no part in it.
But if but a whisper of a rumour of what I feared proved true, you would not rest until it was put right.
And you're resting now, bro.
If our friendship ever meant anything to you, please leave.
Damn.
Judge the work, and leave judgment concerning those who wrought it to the judge who sees all things. It is called humility, and it is difficult for most, but it is the truest form of sight.
Bars, bars, bars.
We do not yet fully understand these rings, but look at the power they exert over every form of life.
Blind you to the ways it can be used for good. For it is not your enemy that bears these rings,
Your allies.
but your most trusted friend.
Okay, that works too.
You believe they have strayed. Do not abandon them, but rather open your eyes and guide them.
Is there something in that hole right there?
You need to rest.
Oh, certainly not. I...
There, yes, Nori, I can see it! See what? Water. How could someone who hasn't eaten in so long still weigh so much? Hurry, Poppy!
Is this part of the trap?
Got it!
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
No choice now, you just gotta...
We're none of us going to lose each other.
You might wanna get it moving. You guys... Yeah, just grab some water and go.
And the staff I saw in my dream.
Nori.
Oh, 5 of them now.
We were just having a drink of water.
Fangor Nicanvin!
Oh, wow.
Why isn't he stopping it? He can't!
Oh, he did too much. Oh, wow. I thought he'd get them. Damn.
I have called it Ithildin, made from our last sliver of mithril.
The night is cold, my lord. Shall I bring him ashore?
No. That's a creepy looking face, bro.
Galadriel, you have spoken with her. Or haven't you?
Oh, no.
Have they worked?
You do better to ask her.
She is not here.
What about the High King? Surely he wouldn't neglect to send word. Oh, I see. The true creators toil till their knuckles bleed. And then they come along, take whatever profits them most, and forget all about us.
Wait!
boy.
I'm reveling. You have not the slightest inkling.
Oh, he does. He does.
Much I want to tell you. Only
what?
You're afraid.
You see, I've never been able to hide anything from you.
Oh boy.
I take it then you're not a king.
No. Not a king.
What lies are you gonna tell now?
Not even mortal. A messenger. Sent to bring guidance to the ears of the wise. The darkness is growing stronger. And the rings of power are our last hope of restoring the light. Halbrand!
Oh, is this what it's gonna do? The switch to Anatar?
I can bring you the knowledge none other possesses. I can unlock your grandest abilities. And when our work is complete, never again will the world overlook you as the mere scion of Fëanor, the Lord of the Rings.
Okay, fancy.
I am your partner. No more. No less. Sharer of gifts. Anatar.
I am very grateful you have decided to join my company.
Elrond's task is not to join your company,
Is to lead it.
but to lead it.
Oh, I thought that was the end of the episode. My bad. Whoops.
He wants the dwarves to come to Eregion.
Oh, now the end of the episode. Alright. So that was the end of episode 2. To be clear, I didn't dislike any of it, but some parts I was kind of iffy on. I did like most of it. You know, it just let's say the parts with what am I talking? What am I thinking about again? Right, some of the bits in Lindon, those were kind of, most of it was fine, but then it just kind of dragged in parts. Khazad-dûm, well, it started off good and up till was there more to Khazad-dûm that I'm missing? No, yeah, Khazad-dûm was fine. You know, we saw that the volcanic eruption caused them to have an earthquake, and that earthquake resulted in the sunlight being blocked, and so without sunlight they can't really grow their crops, and they can't really grow their crops, you know. So that's a downer for them. And so the rift between Durin and his father, Prince Durin and his father, King Durin, hasn't been healed yet, and so that needs to be fixed. Disa and a couple other stone singers try to, you know, do their magic and find a path. That didn't work. Prince is in the mines and he's being bullied and stuff, and so they're in a quandary there. In the end, Celebrimbor invites the dwarves to Eregion, obviously regarding the rings. And then in Rune, we see the stranger and Poppy there. We see this dark wizard guy. He's tracking the Istar, the wizard, and they're doing all these things and stuff. And then the people who are tracking the stranger, they say, "Yo, we got this. Trust us, bro. Sure, we got this." And then so he says, "Hey, do your thing." And so they're doing the thing. They're tracking them. Poppy and the stranger and Nori, they find out, and they're trying to wait, and so they have to go try alternate path. And the alternate path is like in the sun, and it's like they're in the doldrums when they're down bad, and the other version of down bad, and so they're spot the well, and it gets in the water, it sets off an alarm because it wasn't secured properly or something like that, and so in that, so they revive the stranger, and then the trackers they come upon them, and then the stranger takes the stick and he's like, this looks kind of like the stick I saw, so hey, let me try it. So he gets this whirlwind tornado thing up, can't control it, and then Nori and Poppy fly off. And I'm like, and the stick disintegrates. I'm like, whoa. He took care of the people who were after them, but then the Harfoot's flying off. I didn't expect that. So it's kind of a twisted twist. I like it. I like it. You know, it have a little buzz. Not too. Depends on what happens. You know, like are the people who are tracking them gonna find Nori and Poppy first and stuff like that. And also Gandalf is trying to find his name. Not Gandalf is trying to find what his name is. Nori been suggesting it and stuff. And he's like, nah, those aren't my name. And so I think he meets one of the other Istar, and he's gonna say, Istar's gonna say his name, and so that's how that's gonna play out. I think we saw him meeting Istar in like the trailer and stuff. So yeah. In Lindon, there's like a whole bunch of stuff happening, and whatever this and arguments and whatever, and we see the powers of the rings and stuff. So I need to remember what the powers of the three rings are. I need to research it and put it in here somewhere. Cause I know at the end of the Lord of the Rings, Galadriel still has hers. Gandalf has Círdan's. I don't know who has Gil-galad's. I don't know. Or does, cause I know Gandalf does have Círdan's, does he? I don't know, but I know Galadriel has hers, and Gandalf, yeah, because Gandalf has the red one, and that's Círdan, so I know. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So all about a bunch of things happening in Lindon. Eventually, Elrond is gonna lead a party to meet Celebrimbor, because we found out that the messenger to Celebrimbor from Gil-galad, they were killed, and so no message is gonna reach them, and so Celebrimbor is just like anxious and everything, and Halbrand shows up. Sauron shows up, and he's like, this my plan isn't working. Damn, he's keeping me outside. What am I gonna do? And he's like, you know, I'm just gonna wait it out. Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a play. Something's gonna happen. I wanna see something. And we also see Ithilven. Very cool, very cool. But yeah, so Celebrimbor goes down. He's like, yo, bro, you've been there for days. We're not gonna let you in. Please leave. And then Sauron does his magic on him. It's like, so this is how I work it. And he gets in and does this little thing, reveals a truth to him about he's not who Halbrand, he's someone else. But then he plays it, and he's takes the guise of Anatar, and so that's how that worked. And I liked that sequence because we see Sauron playing on Celebrimbor's insecurities and his fears, and he gets in deep. And he's like, oh yeah, the artist that wants recognition, he's famous master father is like who created the Silmarils, that is famous, brilliant jewel, whatever things they are, the Silmarils. And so Celebrimbor wants to create something great, and Sauron plays on that, and he gets in and he's like, okay, I got the play. So he reveals himself, but doesn't really himself as who actually is. He reveals himself in a falsehood. And he comes into the form of Antar, and he calls Celebrimbor the Lord of the Rings, and says, I am not your master. I'm not greater than you just because I am a messenger from the Valar. I'm just your partner. We got this, bro. We got this. You and me, we're gonna create the rings. We're gonna save Middle Earth. You and I. We got this. We're a team, bro. Yeah. And so that's what they're doing. And I like it. So cause people were like, Celebrimbor is just like, great elf and all this, and seeing Sauron, whatever, this and that, whatever. I'm like, okay, but the writers are cooking with that. This whole thing here, they're cooking so far. Other storylines, it's kind of, yeah, not there yet. But that Celebrimbor Sauron storyline cooking a little bit. It's cooking with heat. We're gonna let it rock. We're gonna see how it plays out. All the storylines have more to do. So yeah, those are my thoughts so far. Hopefully by the end of episode 3, I'll be able to give a better overall idea of the start of the season. I will say I liked the whole lighting and stuff better than episode 1, because there was like this. The darkness was done well. If it was dark, it's for a reason, because all the light went out because of the sun gone and all of that. And also, even in the mines, when it's dark and stuff, it's light enough, and there wasn't a lot of darkness in this episode. So yes, thank you. I couldn't take it in that episode 1. Please, no. Yeah. Goodbye.